Hello. Uh, it's been a few days since I've made a video, and today shouldn't be a good day of a video, but I guess I suggest to make a day of today before it ends, make a video. It started off well, ended off well. Every day has its circumstances. I realized, like, I haven't had the greatest videos, and I think it's because my mind is so wound up on like how stressful things are when technically they shouldn't be as stressful as it is. Being angry is not the most healthiest thing in the world. Sometimes people get angry over the simplest things, and or they get angry once and they dwell on it. And dwelling on things is not so great. It's not the healthiest thing to do. And a lot of times when we're angry, like to dwell on things that are most of the times unnecessary. And I find myself doing that a lot. I have a lot of anger. I think it's like generally towards life, or just, but then I realize anger is like blinding. So all my anger that I have is just distorting my sight of seeing things, and it causes me not to see things through or clearly, or not to see the pattern, or not to see the vision, or the moment. Like if you was to put out a glass of orange juice, I would probably think that thing is lemon juice. I don't know, because that's how my mentality has been. Being angry, I can't recognize like the truth and stuff. So I realize having anger is blinding. And I wonder, like, having anger is blinding, having love is blinding, being crazy is not good, but being smart is crazy. That's the most unstrange thing. I mean, not unstrange, the most strange thing to realize is that, that is a fact. And I can't gather myself to be able to say that and still not be able to phantom. And I don't know if that comes with my depression, or it comes with my stubbornness, or it comes with my not wanting to believe, or hopelessness, or the depression, or the anxiety, or whatever moment that I deal with at moments like this. Like, I don't know if it's that, or it's because I genuinely cannot see, full pictures of things during moments like this, especially when I'm angry. So my thing is, I wish I knew the antidote to stop anger, or to subside it when it's not needed. A lot of times, it's necessary to have anger. That's why angry and happy is there. I don't know why, but I realize with all I just said, it's necessary to have the other half. And although we can't get rid of anger as much as we would like to get rid of anger, I think the most thing that I would have to learn is how to handle things with my anger, or while I am angry, or how to handle the anger, or how to like subside it, de-escalate it, personally and on my own, with and without medication. And during this process of being a yo-yo, or making decisions in adults, because like right now I'm in the part where I now have to make my adult decisions. Now where are these cottons coming from? Now it's possible I may have to like chin up. And so, like I said, previous perspective is changing, but for some reason my anger is just stuck. So things are changing, but I need to re-angle this, I need to figure out what it is that is truly causing me to be so angry. It involves so much, and to make it think that it's something little will be belittling the fact that you're angry. You can't be so angry and say that, oh, it's nothing or it's just something little, right? And a lot of times I say that when I'm super angry too, because I don't know how to handle or express it or organize it. So when I'm out here, I'm not really angry when I'm out here. It's calm. It's just when things are not going flowy, things don't fall in place, or I don't have the right meal, not the right meal, something stuck in my tooth. I don't have like a meal to eat, or it's raining and I'm trying to sleep, like ordinary things. When it goes out of place, it's just so uncomfortable. But when I was in, it was just, I didn't have time to think. So many things were happening all at one time, and I didn't get time to reflect on what's actually going on. Then when I came back out, I don't know, and one thing I do know is you should never hold on to anger too much. You should never dwell or ponder. I feel like that's the time where your mind becomes the devil's playground. And at the most part, I feel like you are your own demon. Because I deal with borderline personality disorder, or I deal with personality disorder, whatever the fuck. I don't know. I deal with that shit. Deal with it. It's never easy. So I just, you got to take it one step at a time. I kind of forgot what I was going to say because I saw a feather pass by. But when I get back, I'll say it. But you should never be so angry. Oh yeah, I'm 31 and I've been the most gothic, not gothic, but I guess the most emo. What is it? There's goths, there's emos, there's hipsters, right? So I have a emo mentality. Those emos, right? That's my young personality. That's one of my young personalities. She's not super young, but she's, a young adult. But she has behaviors as a cutter. And she reminds me of those emo hipsters. But they're not emo hipsters. They're like macho musculars, And that's one of my personalities, but she's really young. I don't know. Anyways, I'm about to get off. This has been a video of random. I don't talk much because of the anger side, I feel like I have my anger out, but instead of me dealing with it, I avoid it. I just dissociate myself and I avoid it. And I could sit down for hours and sleep for days because my depression is dwelled with my anger, And so that's what I did today. I just sat down and I slept literally all day. I stopped in the middle of the road and I slept in the middle of the road, on the side of the road. That's how I get sometimes when I get angry, because I try to dissociate to get rid of the anger. I do everything in my will to do it. If I don't do it that way, I start pounding my face like pow pow. And I did both today, So when I'm out here, it recalculates in such a way that I almost lose touch of wanting to go back into humanity. Isn't that sad? I don't know if it regulates or maybe because I'm not surrounded, or I don't hear sounds and everything's so empty, and I space out and I dissociate, and I don't become myself. I think that's why it's so comfortable for me to sit here, because I have such a wide space to think that my imagination just goes off, compared to me dealing with what I'm dissociating myself because of, And when I'm angry, I dissociate myself too. So these things are the stuff that I need to work on. And when I come out and when I'm kicked out, although it hurts and it stings a lot, it makes me realize how sensitive I am and how I'm so used to being absolutely isolated. Because for a long time, all I do is stay in the room. If I'm not in the room, I work. If I didn't go to work, I went to the gym and I came back and I stayed in the room. That's just my pattern of life. I always stayed inside. And so when all of this stuff happened, I realized that I am not used of being around people, So being out here is in some ways healthy, but not healthy at all, because I dissociate. And you will never see me for a long time, and it will take me a long time to get back to myself. But when I medicate, I can stay myself for a while, and I can stay calm to the point that I can talk. Or if not myself, I can stay calm with whoever I am and talk out whatever I'm dealing with at that time. And I want to... One day I'll be able to talk about my anger, and everything will be okay. And I know that day will be a very loud day, and I know a lot of stuff is going to happen. But for the most part, we will get past it. And I say that I will get past it. And I say that with my eyes turned away out of fear. And I think that's normal, when you fear something, because you're always going to fear what you don't know, right? So having to fear it, I got to understand that it's okay. But I'm afraid, That side of me, who I am, does not know what I'm capable of doing. But she does. The people outside of me does. And when the people outside of me know what I'm capable of doing, it scares me too. Because I don't know. And it sucks when you've gone through so much that you've forgotten your patterns. So now you're trying to get your patterns back, and you can't recognize it, but slowly you're getting there. It's hard. It's a tough cookie, but we're going to get it. I'm going to get it. Anyways, I gotta go. It's been a long 15-minute video. But for the most part, I'm sure I will not make another one for a while. I am uncomfortable with these days. These days are uncomfortable. And it's hard. But mentally, but things are so peaceful, you know? So anyways, I hit my head so hard. See, look, I have a big bump, boom, boom. And then my cheekbone rose a little bit. You know, for an unphysical person, I really have a hard hit. I hit myself a little bit too hard. I was like, ouch. All right. Like I said, marijuana is a very good choice of medication. It's healthy. Keep a healthy mind. Don't be so angry. I tell this to myself as much as I can when I'm myself. Even though it doesn't work much, but I do. I am sad. But I will get this. I'm going to be okay. You are too.